What's up, everyone? Welcome back. All right, so still stuff left to be done here. We have to go talk to Sebastian, I guess. So this should be interesting.
Marvellous, simply marvellous. I've never seen the headmaster so regal.
Revelio.
That was pretty funny.
Revelio.
Huh. It's interesting. A bunch of the pictures, like, all playing music and shit. It's kind of neat. I don't think I'd ever seen that before. All right. Finally made it there, so let's see what he has to say.
She's devastated. She just buried your uncle alone.
I did it for her.
Sebastian, Anne can't bear the thought of turning you in, but...
What? Turn me in? She saw what happened.
I'll give you some time to think, Sebastian.
Turn me in?
Sebastian.
Did you hear that? You saw what happened. I never wanted to hurt my uncle.
I know.
I can't believe he's gone. How did things go so wrong? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to... Oh, Anne, I was only trying to help. I can't leave now. Anne needs me more than ever. You understand. You can talk to Ominous. Make him understand. He listens to you. I need to be with Anne.
Don't worry, Sebastian. I shall speak with Ominous.
Thank you. You're a good friend, truly. No matter what happens from here, I'm glad we met.
Poor Sebastian.
Ominous.
What a mess. I can't believe it. After I last saw you, I went straight to Hogwarts. Before I had time to talk to Black, I heard from Anne. I rushed to Feldcroft and found her with Solomon's body. She was beside herself with grief. Part of her wants Sebastian to face the consequences, another part can't bear the thought of it. I don't want to lose Sebastian, but I don't think we have a choice.
Yeah, I don't think we should turn him in. To be fair, his uncle attacked us. I was trying to talk his uncle down and trying to explain shit, but no, his uncle just decided to start attacking us, which I think was kind of bullshit. So, honestly, At that point, someone attacks me for whatever reason. To be fair, I'm pretty sure it felt like his uncle was the one who kind of started this shit with us. Like, he showed up there, and I'm pretty sure he was the one who attacked first. Because I was trying to explain shit to him, and he just wouldn't listen. So it was kind of his own fault. So I actually don't think we should turn Sebastian in.
We do have a choice. What good will it do to turn him in now? He clearly regrets everything. He's not going to do anything like this again.
We've both heard that before.
But we also need to think about Anne. She's lost her health, now she's lost her uncle. Do you really want to take her brother away from her too?
I understand what you're saying. Perhaps you're right. As much as I believe that Sebastian should pay for his actions, we'd only be punishing Anne as well. I hope we're doing the right thing. I'll talk to Anne. If it comes from me, she'll agree with this decision.
Thank you, Ominous. You're a good friend.
Whatever lies ahead, we must face it together. That I know.
That is true. Well, I'm not sure if that's where this storyline ends completely or not, but we'll find out, I guess.
I've thought about what you told me in the Great Hall. I would like to speak with you. Meet me in the Undercroft as soon as you can.
Oh, okay. Well, luckily we're right here, so alright, that makes that easy. What's up?
Glad you came.
Sebastian, I received your owl. What's happened?
Ominous spoke with Anne about what happened with my Uncle Solomon. She believes I should pay for what I did, but she won't turn me in. She said the guilt I'll have to live with is punishment enough.
I'm so sorry, but I'm glad to know that you can at least try to move on now.
The thing is, I think I've lost my sister, my twin, forever. She refuses to even see me. I can't blame her. I couldn't really blame any of you if you gave up on me entirely. You all believed in me, and I let you all down.
Anne may just need some time. Surely one day she'll be able to forgive you.
I hope you're right. I realize I can't undo what's been done, but I can try every day to make up for it. I owe you and Ominous everything for standing by me.
Well, it wasn't easy. But I believe in you, Sebastian. I've had a sense about you since that first day in Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Seems so long ago. Thank you. I have no idea what's to come, but I'm grateful for your friendship. I'm glad you came to Hogwarts.
Said there was a new quest. I think. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe I imagined that. Huh. Well, I think that might actually be it this time. We'll see. What am I supposed to wait here for? Who the hell's this kid? Have I talked to him before?
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
Oh, that's nice to hear. I've had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
A puffskin, what?
Surely you're joking. You can't possibly be afraid of a puffskein.
It may seem irrational to you, but my experience with them has been most upsetting. They eat bogies, you know. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
Oh, it is actually a little funny. I kind of feel like being a douche today.
I'm sorry, but you have to admit that's rather clever.
I do not have to admit that. Everett said the same thing. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
What sort of plant should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlic grows? If the previous professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Huh.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
Yeah, I wonder if I can find
Better
it
keep an
though.
eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
If it's hidden, it might not be easy to find, obviously. I don't think I've ever been over here before. This is interesting. Huh.
Confringo! These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling.
Ah, here we are. This will be fun.
This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. devil's snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light. Lumos. I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery.
Yeah, just overrun with a lot of devil's snare. That actually ended up being pretty easy, though. Oh, first I'm like, what the fuck? Didn't realize there was a door right there.
I wonder how we get into that.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacular. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkin for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunkin for me.
What the fuck is this guy doing? Alright. I think I did get a new piece of gear or some shit. Or maybe I just imagined that. Never mind. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I think that's about it, though. No other quests that I really feel the need to complete, so let's head back to the Room of Requirement. I mostly just wanted to complete the mission with Natty and Harlow and the one with Sebastian. And I'm pretty sure that's all done now. So, folks, I think that's about it. Wow, hard to believe that, yeah, we had that one last little mission that we did there, but yeah, I mean, I pretty much set out to do what I wanted to do. I technically, again, already beat the main storyline of this game, which is obviously the main thing. And again, unfortunately, I have, well, not necessarily unfortunately, but it's just that I have so many other projects that I want to get done for you guys. I just don't have time to do, like, when I play games like this, I don't have time to do every single little side quest in every single game that I play. It's just how it's going to be on this channel. But, you know, I'll do a few here or there. Have ourselves some fun and all that good shit. But yeah, I gotta say, this has been a very fun playthrough to do for you guys. I want to thank you all for going on this journey with me. It's been a very fun one. I gotta say, I'm really glad I decided to play this game. Mostly just because it seems to irritate all the right people. Which is really fucking funny when you take into account the amount of... Don't get me wrong, this game is a great game, but when you take into account the amount of virtue signaling in this game, like, for example, at the beginning when you create your character, you don't get to choose their gender as male or female, or the fact that throughout the game they they use they, them, their pronouns for your character, even though, again, my character is pretty obviously female. Or the fact that they have an insane amount of diversity with the characters, which, again, I'm not necessarily saying is a bad thing. But, I mean, you look at the diversity of the characters. You look at the fact that there was a transgender character, or the fact that there was a gay character, technically 2 gay characters. You take a look at all of that shit. Did any of that manage to appease the woke mob? Nope. Why? All because J.K. Rowling disagrees on the idea of transgenderism. If there is one takeaway from this, it's that you never try to appease the woke cancel culture mob, because it doesn't work. Nothing is ever good enough for these people. Trying to cater to them or pander to them is a losing proposition every fucking time. This game tried to pander to them, and did it appease them? Not one bit. In fact, it did the exact opposite, which is really fucking funny when you think about it. A lot of the people who play this game, now granted, there's a lot of, I guess you'd say, normies out there who just happen to remember Harry Potter from their childhood or whatever and wanted to play this game to hop into the world of Hogwarts and all that shit. And I get that. But it's actually a lot of people like me who tend to lean more, and I'm not saying I'm a hardcore conservative or anything by any stretch of the imagination, but people like me are the ones who ended up playing this game. And I will say, again, yeah, there's a lot of virtue signaling, all that bullshit in this game. Sure, it's still a great fucking game. Absolutely, 100% great fucking game. But if there is one takeaway from this, it's that trying to appease these people is a complete fucking waste of time. It is an absolute complete waste of time, and it is a losing proposition. Again, I've been trying to shy away from politics a little bit. I'm still going to speak my mind at the end of the day. When I see injustices being done in this world, I will not keep my mouth shut. When I see things that I think are wrong, I'm going to speak the fuck up. I ain't keeping my goddamn mouth shut. There's a reason why I have a microphone in front of my face, and I'm going to fucking use it. But I just find it funny as hell that a game with this much, and I'm not saying it's too overboard. It's not so overboard, you know, all the pandering and shit. It's not so overboard in this game that it makes this game annoying to play by any stretch of the imagination. Like I said, this is a fantastic game. It's a great fucking game. With all its virtue signaling and diversity quotas and all that shit. It's a great fucking game. I would highly recommend this game. You know, I have nothing wrong with there being a diverse cast of characters in this game or any crap like that. I really couldn't care less. At the end of the day, I care about playing a good video game, and this is a good video game. It's a great video game, I gotta say. Definitely this game had its frustrating parts, for sure, but hey, here we are at the end of it all, and I triumphed over each and every challenge. Well, I should say most of them. There are a couple missions that I had to kind of give up on or abandon or whatever. Probably could have beaten them if I had tried a little harder or whatever, but again, at the end of the day, there are so many other projects that I want to do in this game, or in on this channel for you guys, that, again, I don't have time to complete every single side quest or everything in every single game that I play, but I just find this whole game to be a fascinating case study in why trying to appease the woke mob is a complete waste of time. And we're starting to see that more and more nowadays, and I think it's a good thing. These people need to be put in their fucking place. Nobody in this world deserves special treatment, myself included. Want to make that clear. You're not special because of your so-called gender identity or whatever. You're not special because of your sexual orientation or your sexual kinks. That does not make you special. None of that makes you special. It doesn't fucking matter. We're all human beings. That's it. Simple as that. Race, gender, sexual orientation, none of it fucking matters. What matters is that we are all human beings living on this earth. That is what matters. And now, like I've always said, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is doing your honest best to be a good person. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all. Fuck all this. Fuck all the noise on social media. Fuck all the noise in the media. Fuck all that shit. None of it fucking matters. Every day when you wake up, do your best to be a good person. That's it. Again, nothing more, nothing less. But I do think that this game is a very interesting case study in why you never try to appease the woke mob. This game has been wildly successful. And to be fair, this game did try to appease the woke mob. Completely failed to appease the woke mob. And this game was still a massive success. Very interesting. I've found the whole dynamic of this game to be very interesting in that regard. In the real world, I'm talking about. But the game itself, I gotta say, again, awesome game. Highly recommend it. But I think this game is a interesting case study when you look at it. Very, very interesting. Plus, I'm going to be honest, like I've said, you guys know me. I'm a bit of an edgelord. I'll be the first one to admit it. I like to push people's buttons sometimes because I think it's silly that people get so pissed off over the simplest, silliest things. Again, the woke mob was so fucking outraged about this game. This game that features a diverse cast of characters, that features a transgender character, that features gay characters. None of it was good enough for them. None of it. But you know what? Hey, that's their loss because they're missing out on a great fucking game. So you know what I say to that? Fuck them. And again, that's the thing about people that I've noticed. People get really riled up and all fucking get their panties in a bunch just because there's a game with fucking wizards running around with magical sticks casting spells on each other. Imagine being offended by something this fucking silly. Like, get over yourself. Honestly. It's fucking funny. Fucking funny shit. I don't know. I just find this whole thing to be very funny and very interesting. But you guys know me, right? I have never shied away from playing controversial games on this channel. And if anything, I jump headfirst into that shit because, again, people get so upset over the silliest, dumbest shit. And I like to push people's buttons. But what I hope to accomplish by doing that is to help these people realize that it's so stupid to get so upset over shit that doesn't matter. You want to be transgender, you want to be gay or whatever? Go ahead. Go for it. I really don't give a flying fuck. Again, like I said, especially with regards to the transgender community, the only thing I've ever asked from them is just, I'm not asking them not to be transgender or whatever, even though technically it's impossible to transcend gender, but that's a different topic. But all I've ever said is just, don't expect the rest of the world to buy into your delusions and leave children alone. And I would ask that from pretty much any community. For the most part, there are some things that children should be left in the dark about. Let kids be kids. That's all I'm saying. You turn 18 and you want to motherfucking mutilate your cock and turn it into a fake vagina, hey, as far as I'm concerned, that's your fucking prerogative. That's a decision that you're going to have to live with. But hey, if you think that that's what's going to make you happy, then fucking go for it. I don't give a fuck. Again, none of that shit fucking matters. As I have always said and will say again, the only thing that fucking matters is being a good person, and that is it. But again, I will continue to do what I do on this YouTube channel. I will continue to say what I believe to be righteous and just. And I will continue to push these people's buttons because holy fuck, it's hilarious watching people get so fucking pissed off about stupid shit. And it's fucking funny as shit, and I find it amusing. I will continue to do whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want on this YouTube channel. Simple as that. The only people that I have to answer to are my fans and my subscribers, and that is it. The world can eat my fucking ass for all I give a shit. These people, some of these people out there, and this happens both on the left and the right, make no mistake. These people get so upset over such stupid shit. And that's the reason why I do shit like this, is because it's not just to push these people's buttons just to get a reaction out of them because they get so worked up over stupid shit, which I find amusing. I do. I genuinely find it amusing. That is part of the reason why I do it, I will admit. But I also hope to open a dialogue to make these people realize how silly and ridiculous they're actually being. Again, imagine getting so upset over a silly video game like this. I hope I never become such an uptight person that I become offended by something as silly and ridiculous as this. Like I've said, even with regards to things like drag shows or whatever. Like, you want to do your drag shows and all that shit? Fine. Leave the children out of it. They do not need to be a part of that. Would you take a fucking 5-year-old to a strip club? I sure as fuck wouldn't. So with things like that, again, leave the children out of it. And just, again, with regards to the transgender thing, just don't expect the rest of the world to buy into your delusions. That's it. That's all. And I think that's a pretty fair compromise. I think that's pretty reasonable. I think it's incredibly reasonable, as a matter of fact. Nothing more, nothing less. Leave the children alone and don't expect the rest of the world to buy into your delusions. That's all. It's a pretty fucking reasonable request. All there is to it. Alright, but either way, again, that's enough of me rambling. I know I tend to get very rambly sometimes, but again, I will speak my mind as I see fit. Anyone who doesn't like it, you can suck my motherfucking cock and balls for all I give a fuck. Simple as that, because I have the right to say whatever I want because of freedom of speech. And that is not a right that I feel is given to me by the government, but that is a right that is given to me by none other than God himself, or the universe, or whatever. It is a human right to speak your mind. People always say, especially people on the left, say that diversity is our strength. And to a certain extent, they are right. But it is not diversity of skin color that is our strength. It is diversity of thought that is our strength. Again, it's always interesting to notice which side is afraid of freedom of speech and which side is not. Always very interesting to pay attention to that. All right. Well, either way, again, guys, sorry. I know. I keep rambling. Bad habit. I know. But anyway, again, I got to say, this was a fantastic game. The gameplay was very fun. A little bit repetitive, I will admit, but still very fun nonetheless. You kind of got to expect that. Kind of I don't know if you'd necessarily consider this a hack and slash style game, but basically kind of like that. Maybe like a mix between like a hack and slash or sort of Souls-like. Not quite as intense as that, but yeah, great fucking game. I enjoyed the gameplay a lot, especially enjoyed those Chinese chomping cabbages. Those are, love those little fuckers. Always fun. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. I gotta say again, it was a fucking blast. Thank you to all the people who made this game. Again, y'all did a great job. It's a great fucking game. I highly recommend this to anyone out there who's looking for some good fun. I gotta say, I had a lot of fun with this game, playing this game for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed going on this adventure with me as much as I enjoyed producing it. It was a lot of fun. But that being said, it's on to the next adventure. You guys are going to have to stay tuned to see which game I'm going to be playing next. It is one that it is going to be a playthrough that I technically already started, but again, I'm going to be going through that game in its entirety now. So yeah, for the next playthrough that I have planned, it's gonna be a fun one. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a different tone than this game. Probably a little darker even than this game. Perhaps a little bit scary, but yeah, no, the next game that I have planned after this one should be good. Because as you guys know, I like to work on 2 different playthrough projects at a time. I like to work on what I call my primary playthrough project, which right now is Pokemon Sapphire. Still got a ways to go in that game. And my secondary playthrough, which is a game I do on either my PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, just because I have a lot of storyline-based games on both of those systems, mostly the PlayStation 4. But yeah, that's why I single those 2 systems out in particular. But my primary playthrough project is a storyline-based game that I do on one of my other systems. My secondary playthrough project is a game I do on either my PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4. But I like to work on 2 different playthrough projects at a time to give you guys a little bit of variety. That way, maybe if you're not into one of the games that I'm doing, I totally understand that. Maybe you'll be into the other one. And if you're not into either one of them, well, then I guess it kind of sucks to be you. No, I'm just kidding. But hopefully, if you're not into either one of them, hopefully in the future at some point I'll be playing a game that you are into. But that's something I've always prided myself on, too, on this channel, is trying to provide you guys with a wide variety of content. That's why I play so many different games on this channel. Or at least try to. So that hopefully there's a little bit of something for everybody on this channel. For sure. But yeah, you guys are going to have to stay tuned to see which playthrough project I work on next. Now that I've completed Hogwarts Legacy. Or at the very least, I've done everything that I wanted to do in this game. So I am officially ending this playthrough here. Again, it was a great game. I really hope you guys enjoyed going on this adventure with me. It was a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to going on the next big adventure with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you all are looking forward to it. All right. Well, either way, guys, that is going to be it for me for today. So, as always, everyone, stay cool and rock on. This is Multi-Step, signing off.